OG Lee in the house once again, once again. Thank goodness, thank goodness. So I didn't know it, but they told me that Hariett Tubman's got a movie out. Hariett Tubman's been making movies for years. And I love Hariett Tubman. Everybody knows the story of Hariett Tubman. And I love Hariett Tubman. But I'll tell you this, I'm tired of seeing Hariett Tubman movies. I'm tired of seeing slavery movies, period. It bothers me when I see slavery movies. Because I never see a slavery movie. And I know they've had Wakanda and all these different kind of movies. And to be honest, I didn't even watch Wakanda even. I don't watch slave movies. But I did watch some of the very beginning of slave movies that I ever saw, which was back in 1977, something like that. Roots, about Alex Haley. He was saying that was his ancestors, and it was a very, very moving series. Actually, they showed it like over the span of a week. You know, kept niggas mad every day, because I'm telling you, it was literally showing you everything about slavery. It was supposedly something historical within his family or whatever. So great, we watched it, and it angered a lot of people. Some people will keep claiming it's a part of your history and never forget and all of this stuff. But other people, you don't necessarily see their plights, to me, being ran over to every generation, just saturating them with it. I'm tired of slave movies. And so what the hell we need to see a slave movie for? I overthink shit. Here's a movie. It's a movie. So it's not real. It has nothing to do with reality. So here's a movie that someone had to think up, right? And so, boom, there's an idea. An idea comes from one mind, right? So somebody thought about this. Hey, here, we want to do a movie. They're not doing the movie for no other reason than to make money. So who wants to see this movie where it's going to make enough money to justify doing it? Did they poll you for this shit? Who wants to see this? So they're going to conjure up now. After this one person's idea flourished, they're going to conjure up now a story around this. So now the new generation will be convoluted about the history, perhaps of Hariett Tubman, right? And I don't even know the storyline to the movie. What I heard was now that maybe a black guy who's a bounty hunter is chasing after Hariett Tubman at the same time that, of course, the white folk are chasing after her. And what brother back then, what nigga then, had a gun, a rifle? But anyway, so I don't know what the storyline is. Who wants to see it? Did you ask them if they sent you a poll? What movies, what type of stuff would you like? Oh, well, I'd like to see a movie about Hariett Tubman. And I don't know anything about the movie, but if it's about slavery, who wants to see it? But what history is there? They sit around and they say, okay, this is going to be a hell of a movie. Hariett Tubman. Okay, and everybody, I'm sure, okay, Hariett Tubman, okay, I don't get it. Who wants to see Hariett? Hey, we're going to have Hariett Tubman this time being chased by a bounty hunter. Okay. And the bounty hunter's black. And getting all of the people in the room or whatever group to buy into this. So now we're going to, and I don't even know if that's the storyline, but that's the way any project like this develops. And so here we are now, we're talking about Hariett Tubman being chased by somebody, and it could be any storyline. It's whatever they decide to bring to you anyway, right? So you got Hariett Tubman, and then I don't know, did Hariett Tubman fall in love with the bounty hunter or something like that? And I don't know. I'm tired of slavery movies. And who sits down and decides that this is what we're going to make? This is an important part of history. If it is, where did the bounty hunter come in at? I never heard about the bounty hunter. And as a young person, all I ever heard about Hariett Tubman was Hariett Tubman freed the slaves. That's what every young kid was taught about Hariett Tubman. And so that's the idea that I have about Hariett Tubman's memory. Hariett Tubman freed the slaves. And that's enough for me. Go down in history with it. A movie or two has been done. Who needs to see more movies about that? I mean, what? I mean, I don't know who conjures this stuff up. I don't get it. And so, if there were black people in the group, you know, when they were conjuring this stuff up, what what was on a black person's mind? Like, you know, if I'm in the room and, you know, I'm one of the group and they bring this idea, I'm gonna be open-minded, but I'm gonna be defensive also somewhere in there. Shit, we got such a diverse population of people, you know, because these movies get seen overseas big time. So I don't, you know, before they even hit the States a lot of times. But anyway, we got this diverse population in the States as well as international, and there's so many topics that people enjoy. Why are we doing slavery? And I'm just going to listen to the explanation and say, look, man, I don't want to be difficult, man, but to me, I don't see why we would do a movie on slavery. What is the audience we're trying to get to, and what is the overall message we're trying to send, you know, if we're making a movie about slavery? This would be the only type of movie that I would want to see. And it may be out. I haven't watched the Wakanda or none of these type of movies. If I looked at the movie about slavery and the movie ended, I'm not even going to go through so much. I'm not even going to go through the plot. The movie ended where the people who were once slaves being beaten, wives, kinfolk being raped, all of this stuff, in the end, shooting and killing all of the people who was doing all of the slave mastering. That's the only kind of movie I would want to see if it ends like that. We all know the story of slavery. So it ends now with the slaves overcoming the slave masters, shooting them all up and, you know, damn near making them extinct and subservient to them. In the movies about slavery. At that point, just in the movies about slavery. It's a said and done thing. If you want to keep the history of slavery, allow black people to have the holidays that they want to have around slavery, around their culture, just like Hanukkah and all of these other ones, whoever want to have them. And as far as the history in terms of academics, keep it in the books like we have it now. Everybody has a right to write what they want about it. You're going on previous historical writings from different authors, from different perspectives. In the slave movement, slavery in America, that's what anybody thinks. Black people being subservient to white people, being whipped and forced, make this country rich, which they don't accentuate that part, and talk about reparations. But anywho, we need to just get off of the whole thing about the slavery kick, and in that, in all American films. I'm just saying, I'm tired of seeing it, and I'm sure there are other people who feel like I do. I don't want to see no more slavery movies. Period. No more slavery movies. No more slave movies. No more Nat Turner movies. No more Kunta Kinte movies. No more slave movies. No more slave movies. Anyway, this is OG Lee, and I'll see you again soon.